I'm an English teacher in Oasis Gurgaon. Now that the board exams are approaching, I'm sure all the students are confused how to do the last minute preparations, how to attempt the exam, how to go about it. So first of all, I would like to tell you the last minute preparations. You should go with the literature part first. Be very sure of your literature. Go through the lessons, go through the question answers, and go through the summaries. For each and every lesson, prepare your summaries very properly, and I'm sure you can answer any question that comes forward. As for the comprehension part, you can practice a few passages. For that, you can do the question, go through the questions first, and then go through the passages and then answer the questions. Okay, so how to attempt the exam? According to what I suggest, you should go with the passage, comprehension passage first of all. That is the most scoring part and the easiest part, which you can easily do just by going through the passages properly. Secondly, go with the literature part because those are the answers you already know. You don't have to brainstorm, you don't have to think a lot. So go with the literature part, the second. And at last, go with the writing skills part because that is something you have to think a lot, and when you'll have less time you can think quickly. That is my strategy. Okay, so you must be having a few basic questions which normally arise with students, which is the first one is how to maintain the word limit while writing the answer. Okay, for this I would suggest always do a mind mapping first. Put all the points you want to write down together at a rough paper you can write, and then you can write with your answers according to the arranging the point according to the answer, the main point first, the lesser important later on, and you can arrange your word limit accordingly. Okay, the next one is in reading section, what strategy should one apply in passage to write the correct answer? For passages, I would always suggest go through the questions first. Always read the questions properly, what all is asked, and then go through the passage after you have gone through the questions. You can keep in mind whatever the questions were, and while reading the passage, you can mark down the answers side by side. Okay, the next one is how to write formal letter effectively. For that, always follow the proper format. The letter has a proper format which should be followed, otherwise most of your marks are cut because of that only. Secondly, always be to the point in formal letters. You don't have to write anything extra or your opinions, just the formal usage of language, plus be very polite and humble in your language, and write to the point whatever the requirement of the question is. Don't beat around the bush, don't write anything extra or anything which is informal. Okay, the last one, according to you, what silly errors or mistakes most of the students do while writing their answers in English question papers? To the point, I have noticed the first mistake students do is not writing the headings for writing skills. They always skip the format, the headings, their names, or the at the end while signing off the conclusion. In you have a question of short answers, short stories. For that, the kids always miss the conclusion, the moral of the story, which is very important to follow. The second mistake I have noticed is in literature. That is what people do is not reading the questions properly and writing the whole summary. You have to read the question properly, whatever is asked, just write that much and don't write anything and everything. Okay, so at the end, I would like to wish everyone all the very best for your board exams. Thank you.